Welcome back to Normal Baseball. We saw some fun moments in yesterday's game, some bad umpiring. The Yankees are actually historically bad, even worse than the umpiring. And a couple more situations to talk about. Let's get right into it. Welcome back to Normal Baseball. I'm Alex Normal Dog. That's Lewis. And we are back after the Tuesday slate of games. More games happened because that's kind of how baseball works when the season's going. Games happen every day. And let's just get right into it. What games did you watch yesterday? Because I watched not many. I watched only a couple.
I'm going to be honest, I only watched one. I went to the Mets game yesterday. Got myself this Edwin Diaz bobblehead. Pretty fun game.
Okay, nice.
Must say, I do agree with you, though. From where I was sitting at the game yesterday, you could tell the umpiring in baseball has been horrific.
Yeah,
so far this season.
Not great. We'll get further into that in just a minute. I was watching the White Sox Cubs. That was pretty good. I watched a little bit of that game. I didn't quite see the Luis Robert homer. But yeah, we got some stuff to go talk about today, and we're gonna do that. So first of all, umpiring baseball has been horrific as of late.
Yeah.
It's been some of the worst I think I've ever seen. And it's not even like I have a shit ton of numbers that I'm just about to pull up and give you. It's more of just the eye test of the amount of calls that we've seen in the last week or so that have just been like ball strike calls that have just been not even strikes called not even near the zone is insane. Yeah. Again, I don't have numbers, but I have instances in the Yankees White Sox series last week. Laz Diaz, horrible. Yesterday in Giants Rays, Gabe Kapler got thrown out because the ump was just simply not calling balls rather. I don't know, it's just crazy. And then the other one that I was thinking of was also last night. It was a call on Justin Turner in the Nats Red Sox game. Not even close.
Yeah.
If say the strike zone ended here, and this is the plate, it was here. It wasn't even close. It kind of embarrassing for the sport as a whole.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the best way that you or I can help anyone who's listening to this or watching this explain it is just go to X, not Twitter anymore, X, and look up the at ump scorecards, all one word, and you will see, especially a couple days ago, the Rays-Giants game. I mean, you're talking about called strikes that were a ball or more outside the zone, and then pitches that are perfectly in the zone that the umpire doesn't call strikes. And it's not like that's just one game where that happens. It is literally all across baseball. And I think that as the umpires continue to miss calls, especially in crucial spots, you're talking, I think it was a couple days ago, it was top of the ninth for, what was it?
I don't know what it was.
Oh my god. Hold on, I'm gonna find it really quick, but...
What, just a bad call?
Yeah, it was top of the ninth with a runner on second in a full count. And he gets run up on a pitch that was very, very clearly outside the zone. And it's just embarrassing with how the ump show is getting to this point where people are, I will say, people are calling for robot umpires. And it's been working in the minor leagues. I think they need to bring it in. They need to bring it in next season.
Yeah, I don't know. I have Robo Umps is a touchy subject for me because I still do think that having the human element of the umpire behind the plate is still a good thing. These missed calls, to a point, they get fine. The one to Justin Turner yesterday was absolutely ridiculous. It wasn't even close, but those close balls, the close calls, kind of take, as part of the game. Are you going to get that call that day? I don't know. I don't mind sometimes, and even maybe slightly. Like, as long as the ball is, like, touching the zone a little bit, I don't mind if it's, like, called one way or another. Well, unless it's in the strike zone, but, like, I'm talking about balls being called strikes. I don't know. I like the idea of Robo Umps, but I also don't. Like, if that makes sense. I like it in the sense of, obviously we'll get all the calls right. Yeah. Because they'll have no choice but to call the right calls. But I don't like it in the fact of, catcher framing has become an art in the game of baseball. That would all go away. So,
but that has to go away in order to ensure that the game is 100% fair.
But it's fair if a catcher knows how to frame better than others. That's part of the game.
No, that you gives can an advantage.
Yep, you could practice that. That's like saying, oh, he knows how to hit better than him. That's
no, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just explaining. I'm just saying that.
But I don't think that that's a fair argument. Of course, it's an advantage, but it's not unfair because any catcher could practice framing.
Right, but how many catchers can succeed at it?
But you could say the same like that. You could say the same thing about throwing a cutter. Like, any pitcher can attempt to throw a cutter. Doesn't mean every pitcher is going to throw a Corbin Burns cutter. Okay. It's a thing that you have to practice.
Yeah.
And if you can practice it the right way, you'll become good at it. And I think it's one of my favorite parts of the game, framing.
Yeah.
You got some really good framing catchers, and it's just kind of satisfying to watch. So, I don't know. I think it's a weird case with Robo Umps.
Yeah,
Speaking of umps, I don't know what happened with Angel Hernandez the other day. Apparently, it's like not new news. He appeals a lot. He had a lawsuit against MLB for something. I don't know. I got a notification for it the other day or yesterday. I didn't really know what it was about, to be quite honest with you.
It was a
discrimination lawsuit.
Yes, a racial discrimination lawsuit.
How many times has he tried this?
I mean,
this is his second time.
Yeah, he's been a big league umpire since 1993. That's
crazy. He
started this process, this legal process, in 2017, and the court finally reached the verdict. I believe it was yesterday. So, for anyone who doesn't know about it, I would recommend going and reading about it yourself rather than us, because we didn't know too much about it in the first place.
No, we didn't know all that much about it.
Yeah, so it's not. I don't think that we can provide accurate information.
No, but I can. I don't know. I remember seeing something about it. We were talking about umps, so I just kind of did want to mention it, kind of see what it was about. But that's that for the most part.
Yeah.
Awful umpiring. Honestly, I haven't seen too many that I can remember bad calls on the field. We saw a lot in the beginning of the season and before the All-Star break-ish, but after the All-Star break, I haven't really seen all too many just bad calls in general, not balls and strikes. But that I can't say for certain. There probably have been some bad ones.
Oh yeah, there definitely
there always
a plethora of bad calls, but
there always are.
I think especially after that Justin Turner strike yesterday, a lot of fans were like, "Holy shit, guys, we need to look at the umpiring in baseball because it's bad."
Oh yeah, that call that's ump show right there. That's ump show level.
Yeah.
Kind of thing going on there. Moving on. Let's talk a little bit about just a couple of the games yesterday. White Sox Cubs. I mean, Luis Robert, Luba, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
If you didn't see, he hit a go-ahead homer and he started shushing the fans at Wrigley. That is electric.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a true White Sox fan, that is the ultimate fuck you to a Cubs fan,
Yeah.
That must be awesome. You want to talk a little bit about the Mets game? What happened in the Mets game? I mean you were there.
The Mets, I think the best way to explain it, Metted. It was a close and good game early on. You're talking a 1-1 game going into the top of the 7th, where then the Pirates offense, not only did the Pirates offense explode, but the Pirates scored 3 runs on 3 pitches. A ball 4 walk with the bases loaded, The next pitch was a hit by pitch. It's 2 runs. Third pitch was a passed ball. I would call it a wild pitch. It spiked in front of the freaking plate. But 3 runs off of legitimately some random pitcher just going out there and throwing pitches that I don't think he knew how to throw for 3 straight pitches. It was depressing. I will say, being at the game, we had very good seats. Hearing the boos, and there was a very heavy "sell the team" chant even, which
that's just
crazy.
That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. Everyone was booing. I got to see a Peguero, a Louis Peggy homer, which was really cool. Big fan of him for a while.
Didn't Arouse homer?
Who?
Arouse or Aruz?
Yes. Johnny Aruz, yes, he did.
Yeah.
DJ Stewart hit a homer. Mets had the back-to-back home runs. It felt like they had a lot of momentum going into, like, I want to say the 8th inning. But then, they just kept getting shut down. I think this game was very indicative of how the Mets season has been going. I got to see a swinging bunt by Francisco Alvarez. He ran it out, hustled it out. So then what is I forget who was batting after him, but whoever was hitting after him just swung at the first pitch that he saw and then literally walked to first base, and they turned a double play.
Sounds alright.
Very depressing, but it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun at the game, and honestly, nothing beats going to a baseball game. There's no other way to put it.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
The Mets are just kind of like...
Milo, what's your opinion on the Mets?
What do you think?
Bring him up here. What do
you think of the Mets? The Mets are just calling up, they're just giving different people opportunities. Their bullpen, what's going on in their bullpen? I have no idea.
I'm going to be very honest. I think I could get out of some of the jams that the Mets get put in instead of the bullpen. It's ridiculous how...
They should give you a chance.
Utterly bad some of these players are.
Uncle Stevie, give Lewis a chance.
Put me on the mound, coach. I'm a lefty. I throw absolute gas. No one has ever hit my 12-6 in the big leagues.
Right, of course not.
I will say, though, David Peterson did have a pretty good outing.
He did. He went... Well, he didn't even go 4 innings, but...
No, he looked good, though. Pitch-wise. The Pirates were very good at working counts and... figuring out what his thought process was early in the game, which was interesting. I do think that going to some of the guys in their bullpen, like Jose Budo, Grant Hartwig.
Who else are they going to?
They could have gone to Adam Ottavino, Drew Smith.
Yeah, but they don't care about winning games anymore.
It's true.
So they kind of almost want to lose to get better picks. Get a better pick in the draft. So, I don't know. They don't really care about the winning part.
Yeah. Well, I will say, see the Jolly Roger fly.
You did. Raise the Jolly Roger.
Raising the
that
Jolly
I can
Roger.
agree with.
One of the best home run calls in baseball.
Oh, I love the Raise the Jolly Roger.
Yeah. Not home run calls. Game-winning calls,
Yeah. I know what you mean. No, he says it during home runs.
It's clear the deck, cannonball incoming for homers.
All right. All right, whatever. I thought it was clear the deck raised the Jolly Roger. I think it could be both.
It might be both.
We need to fact check that.
Yeah.
Another game that happened yesterday was Braves-Yankees. Braves, of course, won that 5-0. A Marcelo Zuna 3-run homer and a Ronald Acuna Jr. 3-run homer kind of sealed the deal for the Braves. Kind of made it easy because the Yankees are the Yankees. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the Yankees. They are 500. They are currently 60-60. And this is the latest they've been 500 in the season since 1995. So the Yankees are historically bad now.
Historically bad in terms of the Yankees, of course. All time you're talking, right now the Oakland Athletics are very clearly more historically bad than the Yankees. I think that this is a product of both...
Well, it's still historically. For them, it's historically.
Yeah, for the Yankees, it's historic. But to put it into perspective, I think that the big problem with the Yankees that they obviously did not address in the offseason was a couple of pieces that they needed to actually produce offense. And the fact that guys like Carlos Rodon, Nestor Cortez, and Frankie Montas, along with half of their bullpen that feels like it could make up a top-tier bullpen themselves, are all on the injured list, and all are unable to pitch day after day after day, which obviously it's not the only reason why they're like this, but it is a big contributing factor to it.
Like, I understand what you're saying about the pitching. I honestly think that that's not even the main problem. You know, Severino gave up 3 earned. Well, I guess 5 runs total. The Yankees had 1 hit. It was a DJ LeMahieu single. That was their only hit this entire game against Bryce Elder, AJ Minter, and Kirby Yates. They can only squeeze out 1 hit. They grounded into 4 double plays in this game.
Yeah.
And they only had 1 hit. I believe that was the first time that's ever happened. 4 double plays and only 1 hit. They had more... what was the word? Or they had more errors in this game than they had hits.
That's impressive to do.
It's embarrassing. And it'd be different if, like, their record wasn't 500 and, you know, maybe they were 10 games over 500 and we're saying, oh, yeah, that was a really bad game. We got embarrassed by the Braves. Braves are a much better team, blah, blah, blah. But, like...
Hey, everything that you just said is also very factual no matter what.
Well, they did get embarrassed by the Braves.
They got embarrassed by the Braves, and the Braves are a better team.
The Braves, man, they are simply the best team in baseball, in my opinion.
They're such a powerhouse.
It's between the Braves and the Dodgers right now for me, who the best team in baseball is. Yes, I love the Orioles, but Braves and Dodgers kind of take it. Point is that the Yankees are horrible. Like, historically for their franchise, bad. And, you know, it makes you think, if Aaron Judge never injured his toe, is this season looking a little different? I don't know. There's no way to tell.
As good as Aaron Judge is, you know, currently the reigning AL MVP, as good as he is, and as much of a threat he is while standing in the box, or as good as he is in the field, baseball is more of a team game than any other sport in the world, it feels like. You have to rely on your leadoff guy being able to hit consistently, and your 9-hole guy to hit consistently, along with everyone in between. And with how this Yankees offense is, if I'm the coach of an opposing team for the Yankees, like going against the Yankees, I am issuing Aaron Judge a free pass every at-bat and saying, I know for a fact no one else on that lineup is going to be able to beat me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's very fair.
Same. Exactly what Matt Chapman said about Shohei Ohtani also portrays to the Yankees and Aaron Judge. You know?
Yeah, just let him on.
There's no way in hell that the rest of that Yankees offense is going to beat any team without Aaron Judge. You neutralize Aaron Judge, and you win the baseball game. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Not only Aaron Judge, you know, obviously offense bad. No one else is going to drive and run. Maybe IKF. I love IKF. A little scared of him. He's good. But their rotation has gone from, you know, at the beginning of the season, people were saying deadly rotation, one of the most deadly rotations in baseball. You know, you still have Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole's been putting together a Cy Young season, which is absolutely amazing. Clark Schmidt has been, honestly, extremely good, aside from 2 nights ago, the first Braves game. Aside from the first game against the Braves, he was bad. But, again, yeah, it is the Braves. But then you go to the bottom of the rotation, and it's Severino, who's got an 8 ERA. Randy Vasquez, who has been good, but, you know, he only makes spot starts, and I guess now he's starting because people are injured. And Johnny Brito, who, like, still is kind of in that zone of, like, what's really going on with him? Is he good? Is he not? But injured, they have Nestor Cortez, who came back, had an amazing start against the Astros, and then just decided to get injured again. I mean, he didn't decide, but you know what I mean. He got injured again.
Yeah.
Frankie Montas, who hasn't even pitched. He got shoulder surgery, hasn't even pitched this season. And Carlos Rodon, who was their big free agent acquisition.
Acquisition.
You said pretends earlier instead of pertains.
That's true.
If we want to pull up...
That's true.
Come on, if we want to start mentioning that, we can start mentioning that. But Carlos Rodon, who they got this offseason, pitched not great, and then got injured again. and he wasn't even here at the beginning of the season. So everything's just going wrong for the Yankees. And I'm worried because they don't really have a pivot. Like, they think that this team can win, and this team cannot win. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do next year. They only have one prospect in the top 100 of MLB. Or actually, no, they have a couple. They have 3, and they're like 74, 75, and 76. So they don't have anything crazy brewing up there. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do, but for now, I think the Yankee season is over, dead in the water. There's really no point.
It's been over for a while. It's been over for a while.
You're absolutely right.
And I just think the Yankees should be looking forward to who they're going to be calling up to play in spring training games at the MLB level next season.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing else to really look forward to.
I just want to see Jason Dominguez this season. Let's just do it. Why not?
I don't think they're gonna.
They're not going. I know they're not going.
The Yankees historically are prospect hunters.
No, I know they won't. But it would be cool just in the like September, some random September game. Just call up Dominguez. Let the fans have some fun. Yeah. Let the fans watch Dominguez, have some fun. I don't know. That's just my thought.
It would be fun.
Do we want to move on to something else? Well, we could say Miguel Cabrera hit his 509th career home run, I believe it was. Yeah, clap it up for Miggy.
Hall of Famer.
I believe it's his 509th career homer. I think so. All right.
Milo's correcting you. He's like, it's 508. It's 508.
No, I think it's 509.
It is 509.
Yeah, he passed. He tied Gary Sheffield on the all-time home run list at 26th. So again, nice big round of applause for Miguel Cabrera. Did the Tigers actually win that game last night? Did not watch. Oh no, they lost, but it was close. It was close. Wow, the Pirates and the Mets have the same record. I'm just looking at that right now.
Yeah.
Phillies Blue Jays was a really fun game. Kikuchi and Wheeler kind of battled it out, which was pretty fun. Milo has got to stop.
Milo's a big Yusei Kikuchi fan.
Ready? Go get it. Yeah, that ain't fooling anyone. All right. Well, Milo wants us to hurry up, so we'll hurry up to get out of here. Rangers. Angels. Rangers beat the Angels. Corey Seager hit 2 homers.
Yeah.
Which was pretty cool.
Love Corey Seager.
A 2-run homer and a solo shot. Jordan Montgomery looked really good in like his second or third start with the Rangers. He went 6 innings, 1 earned, 9 strikeouts. Giolito for the Angels continued to kind of struggle. The Angels have just done nothing but lose since the trade deadline, and sucks to suck. And that's really all I got. The Dodgers won again. They picked up a win against the Brewers. They kind of rallied towards the end of the game, and they've won their 9th straight game in a row.
Yep.
9th straight game, which is pretty good. And that's all I have for yesterday. Looking forward to today. There's a few day games. Sorry about that, everyone. Few day games going on because it's Wednesday. You know, the getaway day for some of the series. Then tonight you have Houston and Miami. You got Verlander against Luzardo. That's the one.
Kyle Tucker hit a go-ahead home run against the Marlins yesterday.
Didn't he triple last night too?
I'm not 100% sure. I kept seeing the highlight everywhere. Kyle Tucker he's overshadowed by how good the Astros are and have been, along with a couple of other star players on that team, like Alex Bregman and Jose Altuve. Kyle Tucker genuinely might be he's very close to becoming a $300 million player. You know, like he is absurdly good.
Oh yeah.
No matter what.
One of the most underrated players in baseball, without a doubt.
Easily.
I will say, Brian De La Cruz, I'm looking at it right now. He's 1 for 3 against Justin Verlander, but that one is a 3-run homer. Mm-hmm. So, what I'm trying to say is, be aware, because Brian De La Cruz will homer tonight.
Okay, I like that.
You heard it here first. So, when he actually does, just remember this. Paxton and Gore going in that series.
Yeah.
That's really all I got. You got anything else?
Not really. I'm looking forward to today's games, definitely, if anyone wants to know which game I will be watching, count me in for the Philly-Toronto game tonight. If Mackenzie Gore's pitching against the Red Sox, I think I might also be tuned into that one. And, of course, how can you not ride with the boys down south? Always got to watch the Marlins and Astros games.
Of course. Oh, by the way, that Philly-Toronto game that you said you wanted to watch, it is Aaron Nola against Kevin Gossman, so a pretty good pitching matchup there.
Yeah, so some teams are going to win 1-0.
Yeah, and be aware because Lou Bob is going to hit another homer tonight against the Cubs. Cubs don't have an announced starter yet, so whoever that is, Lou Bob will homer.
You know, rumor has it if they don't announce a starter by first pitch, they
just go.
They get to hit off the tee.
That's all we got for today. We thank you guys for watching, listening. If you liked, make sure to like. Listen to Milo. That's what he's trying to tell you right now. And obviously subscribe, comment what you thought we talked about. What you thought about what we talked about. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Milo, tell him. Tell him. Come on, tell him. Now you go quiet. Really? All right. Peace. Milo, 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 Milo.